Hello, one and all, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of the Punishment Podcast. I am the host who shall not be named. Today, I've got a very exciting topic. Today, we are going to be inducting the first inaugural class into the Hall of Bang, the Hall of Fame for sexual deviance. I think I'm going to start with maybe something more modern, something more topical, I guess. We'll start with Bonnie Blue. Not necessarily inducting her, and she kind of comes with a little trio of people who have done something very similar. If you don't know, Bonnie Blue is a like OnlyFans model, porn star, uh, modern virtual prostitute, if you will. She is famous for having sex with 1,057 men over a 12-hour period. She got really, really famous for this. She claimed that her OnlyFans shot up to like $600,000 a month in subscriptions, or however they monetize over there. But there's some interesting precursors to this because that was like whatever. I think that was last year, maybe the beginning of the year, 24, 25. And then the last time that this had really happened, anybody had tried to do something like this, was all the way back in 2004. So there's like a 20-year period where nobody touches even the idea of this. And the last time it happened was a woman known as Lisa Sparks with three X's. And then previously in 1999, an event called the Houston 500. This lady had sex with actually 620 people over 12 hours, like Bonnie Blue did. Um, and since these three are all very similar, like this for sure fits the category. I think one of them probably belongs in the Hall of Bang. The question is which one, because I don't want to litter the hall with these people. We'll take one and be done. So, how do we differentiate between these? Let's get into the numbers a little bit. So, in terms of just raw volume, like most partners in this condensed period, Bonnie like easily takes the cake here. She's 1,057 to Lisa's 919 and Houston's 620. But Bonnie and Houston only went for 12 hours. Sparks went for 24. Sex is very taxing. It's like a ton of energy expenditure. To keep that up for 24 hours, I like that just sounds like absolute torture. There's no way. I mean, I imagine by like the 2 hour mark, it stops being in any way enjoyable. Uh, and I think really relevant here is that like for Bonnie Blue in Houston, it's about 40 seconds per partner. Are these people even like finishing or coming close to finishing, or is it just like get your get your like 10 pumps in, and then you can circle around and come on my face while some other dude gets his turn? Like that's the only way. I haven't watched any of these. I don't plan to. But that must be how it is. Like there's no way that you got 1,000 people. There's no way that you got 1,000 people who all come in less than a minute. I just refuse to believe it. Um, Sparks, I mean, it's not like a crazy amount of time. It's 94 seconds per partner, but that's way more believable for me. Because there are going to be some that are done in like 10 seconds, and then there are going to be some that take like 3 minutes. So I think that there's more validity to the sexual act itself for Sparks, along with going for a longer period of time. She's also got Houston beat in terms of total partners, pretty comparable with Bonnie Blue. So I'm gonna give this hands down to Lisa Sparks. There's also some context here. Interestingly, like Houston gets really, really famous off of this. It's like a VHS tape that goes like totally viral. This is like very early days of porn. Uh, so she becomes like kind of an icon for this in this area, and it's pay-per-view. But Lisa Sparks apparently got like jack shit out of this. Oh shit, I gotta mention this. Okay, so Houston did something really, really funny. She auctioned off the labial tissue, her labial tissue, after she got it removed for from cosmetic surgery. She sold it for $50,000. Like dead skin that is used beyond all reckoning. And she managed to sell it for $50,000. It probably paid for the procedure. Absolutely nuts. And yeah, I'll go into Lisa Sparks here. Lisa Sparks says that this was like the worst event of her life. She remembers this only negatively, like total fucking low point for her. There's a lot going on with the Lisa Sparks event. So she went for like the actual world record. This is like Guinness approved, everything, whole 9 yards. She checked every box because this is like an event that she's doing through the company that she works for. And she's apparently like heavily pressured into attempting this. I don't know why they had her pegged as like, this is the person who can handle being fucked by 1,000 men in 24 hours. But they did. And so presumably within the record is like you have to do it to completion, which is like that is a hoop that Houston and Bonnie Blue did not elect to have to jump through. So there even more validity for Lisa Sparks. She did this in Poland. I don't know why exactly, but she did this in Poland, and apparently Polish authorities heard about it. They were trying to do this on the down low. Polish authorities heard about it and they were like, no shot. So they had to move the event to a secret warehouse because the police were threatening to raid the event and stop it from taking place. This would just be like some sort of black mark in Polish history. It's like, oh, this is where the Lisa Sparks world record gangbang happened. The event itself was called the Third World Gangbang Championship. I really should have done more research to find out about the first two because this is absolute madness. But we've got a lot to get through. So, the irony of this is she gets like almost nothing out of it. I mean, I think she gets paid out for the event like a very substantial sum. I think like $50,000. Um, Something along those lines. But she doesn't really get a lot out of this in the same way that the other two did. Like Bonnie Blue just capitalized on this because it was like a viral thing, but there's no real benefit to going viral for this kind of thing in 2004. So she just kind of gets fucked. In every way that you could get fucked, she got fucked. It not just the 24 hours of the event, but her whole life going forward. And by her own account, she's like this total cautionary tale of what happens when you listen to people who try to pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do. And so just for that, I think for sure Lisa Sparks among these three gets the nod. First entrant into the Hall of Bang. Congratulations, Lisa Sparks, or whatever the fuck your actual name is.